accomplishments? What's your legacy of the Treasurer's Office past 6 years?
Well, I guess I'm most proud of the group of individuals that we assembled here in this Treasurer's Office the last 6 years and the work that they did on behalf of Kansans. So many people are unfamiliar with the Treasurer's Office, what they do, and the good work that is done here. And so I suppose that's what I'm most proud of. And we had many things to tick off as accomplishments, not that you spend much time as state treasurer talking about those things, but we managed the Learning Quest, the college savings program. This is a program that has been a huge success. It's been around 8 years. Today we have over 200,000 accounts, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about, is helping those kids continue their education after high school. At one point, we were at $2 billion. I think today we're at about $1.5 billion in those accounts. That's money that has been put aside. And we've done so many things to advance that program. When we didn't have to, we rebid the contract because it had been 5 years and we wanted to see what the competition was like. We're able to cut the fees in half, expand the investment options. I mean, just amazing things for investors in that program. I championed a parity bill, and we were able to get it passed through the Kansas legislature, the first in the nation, which allowed Kansans to take the tax deduction even if they chose not to invest in the Kansas plan. And I took on a lot of water at the national level from my colleagues in the National Association of State Treasurers for doing that, because they tend to be a little more parochial with their approach, but it was the right thing to do. The lawmakers recognized that. Like I said, we were the first in the nation, and at the end of the day, I think my colleagues came around because they ended up electing me the president of the association after the fact. I'm proud of the fact that we increased the dollar amount of that tax deduction. I think it's at $3,000 for single, $6,000 for married filing jointly now, which again is just an added incentive to encourage families to save. So that program I'm just really proud of. Unclaimed property is another one that we've worked really hard on. This past year we won an award for our website for the Holders Choice Award. Again, the talent in this office is unbelievable. I don't think Kansans appreciate it because, we fly under the radar here. But in unclaimed property, we also passed legislation to pay folks interest on interest-bearing accounts, which again is the right thing to do. Had been tried many times, and I'm glad we were able to do that. We continue to give away, I think, maybe $12 million a year in unclaimed property every year. So that's good stuff. I suppose if there's anything that I did different, besides just continuing to advance the programs, it was my focus on financial literacy initiatives here in the Treasurer's Office. And that was something that had never been done here in the state of Kansas. And I tell you what, nothing excites me more than getting to share financial education programs with Kansans. And you really don't have the time for me to go into all of it, but we started a Save at School program, and have opened up little financial institutions in schools all across the state of Kansas. And this is a public-private partnership. We provided the information and a template on how to do it, and I promoted it, but the local financial institutions are the ones that do the work. They underwrite the cost and pay the kids interest for setting up accounts. We started Money Smart financial camps for junior high school students. And again, I remember maybe the first month I was at the treasurer's office, I had the directors around this table, and I said, I want to do a camp for junior high school students that are interested in finance. And I swear everyone here laughed at me. What kind of kid would go to finance camp? But the very first year we had almost 100 kids spend a weekend at Rock Springs 4-H camp. The Credit Union Association of Kansas underwrote the entire cost of that. We continue to have successful day camps all over the state of Kansas, and I'm just really proud of that. We worked with Girl Scouts on a Behind Bars program to help teach mothers that are incarcerated about finance, because the recidivism rate is so much higher and people don't know how to manage their money when they get out. And we kind of got a twofer. Not only did we empower women, but then they could pass those skills on to their children as well, so the cycle would be broken. We did a lot of financial seminars for senior citizens across the state of Kansas, just teaching them about finance, and it didn't cost anything. It was just expertise that we would bring in. So those programs, I'm so hopeful the new treasurer will continue, and I'm certain he will, because the value in those programs is just amazing.
Any mistakes or regrets that you think about?
Oh, I make a mistake every day, but no regrets. I've learned a lot, and this has been a labor of love. So